Producing nuclear energy on a wide-scale basis has the potential to create massive amounts of energy and other such things. So today, what I believe my audience will get after listening to my speech is that they will know the pros and cons of producing nuclear energy and what it'll take and how it can be a substantiating energy source. And this is relevant to my audience today because most of our class, 33%, have children. And so nuclear energy isn't going to only affect our generation today, it's going to affect the generations beyond and after that. And so in order for you guys to first understand how it can be like a sustaining energy source, you guys must first understand what the cost of producing it is. Because 48% of the class, according to the audience survey, thinks that oil, gas, and other non-renewable resources are the cheapest way to produce energy on a wide-scale basis. This is incorrect due to the fact that it only costs 78 cents for a kilowatt of energy, while coal and energy are right around 80 to 85 cents. And so this is because of the fact that nuclear energy occurs in a reactor. A reactor doesn't take as much manpower, energy, or time. This is a thing that can happen on a wide-scale basis, and so now that you understand the cost of it, you can understand how it can be used as a sustaining resource. Because when energy is produced on a nuclear basis, it's atoms. And so while this can cause disasters, like I'll say later in the speech, it can also be a thing that can sustain the world energy for 10 times over. And there's enough resources for the world, third world countries, to be able to produce energy for the next 100 years. And so this is, everyone's asking why us? Why should we? Well, because when you think about it, there have been disasters that happen, but when you can give the world and the third world countries the ability to produce power on that scale, then it should be worth it. And so now that you see the you see the pros of it, you can see the cons of it. The cons are that they have detrimental resources. So things that happen in that nature, such as Chernobyl. Chernobyl was one of the worst disasters, and this is based on Kim Repteledge. And she produced a paper called Nuclear Energy, National Geographic Education, and this was where she explained how millions of people were affected by this disaster and how the radiation for many, many years caused it. And the World Nuclear Association, while they are a non-biased website, they said that it could have the potential to cause millions in death due to the high active heat that can melt the coils in the nuclear reactors and that can cause a nuclear explosion. But this is not the only con. One of the other cons is that the detrimental impact to the earth. Impacting waste can cause tumors, cancers, and other things to the people around it that breathe in the air. However, with things to that nature, there's also the ability to use the earth to do it. And so in 2010, they stopped allowing radioactive waste to be dumped into the Yucca Mountains. This was because the people around in the surrounding villages were becoming down with tumors and such things. And so while the pros and cons are easily weightable, because is the ability to produce energy for the world worth the health and other problems that are coming with it? And with the energy becoming such a high demand, and for such things as cars and such things, many people are believing that they have the ability to harness the energy and put them into things things that we could produce light, energy, air, heat, such things that we really could change the world. And so today, I believe that I've really explained how we can harness it and how we can produce it on a wide-scale basis, but how without being careful and without the careful planning, like Eleanor Roosevelt said, that it takes more to wish than it does to plan. How are we as a society supposed to do it if we're not carefully having plans and such things? Because, like I said, the youth is going to be the ones that are going to have to deal with the impacts. And so if they're not carefully informed, how can we as a society be able to successfully harness anything? Thank you.